Hello.
Hey guys! Welcome to this week's live stream.
Yeah. We were getting pumped up beforehand. We were like, all right, gonna do it. Doing our exercises, working out the hand. But hey everyone, so glad to see you back or see you for the first time. So if this is your first time for a live write-in. Yeah, I'm Katharine.
I'm Wendy. Yep. And this is
Lobby. He oversees everything here. Yeah, so for those of you who are joining us for the first time, if you've never been to one of these virtual write-ins before, basically how this is going to work is we are going to give you some word sprints. They can range from 5 to 10 minutes long, and you can choose whether or not you want to take the prompts. And if you do, it can be kind of fun. It can kind of help you, get out of your box a little bit especially if you're stuck in a place in your story and you're like, oh man, where do I go from here? So yeah, but you can always choose if you're on a roll just to keep going with what you're doing and just tune in for the wonderful community and support that happens.
It's really warm.
It is very warm up here. We're having a heat wave today.
Okay, so we'll start with the first prompt.
Yeah, and also if you haven't been joining us this month, we've been working on kind of different ways of world building in your novel or project or whatever you're doing. Loosely interpreted.
Yeah. Gotta fit everything.
Yeah. But this week we were focusing on different kinds of voice and narrative that you can do.
Okay, so the first prompt is 5 minutes. So we're gonna write the next scene in your story in stream with consciousness format. So stream of consciousness is basically like flow of thoughts. It's very like unedited and like just
unorganized. It's really great for getting your word count up because you just write kind of whatever pops into your mind or character's mind. What they'd be thinking. So
should we do a quote? Just like
yeah.
Okay, so here's a quote, an example of stream of consciousness from Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. What a lark! What a plunge! For so it always seemed to me when, with a little squeak of the hinges, which I can now hear, I burst open the French windows and plunged at Burton into the open air. How fresh! How calm! Stiller than this, of course. The air was in the early morning, like the flap of a wave, the kiss of wave, chill and sharp, and yet, for a girl of 18 as I then was, solemn, feeling as I did, standing there at the open window, that something awful was about to happen. It's just like, it keeps going. You never stop. It's like going. Your thought process, just like, continually. Basically, don't lift your pencil off.
Yeah, there we go.
Off the page.
Don't stop writing.
Don't think, like, of stopping at all. Just like continue on. Just like if you have to write like I don't know, write it in. Like don't lift it up.
Yeah.
So
so I'll start off with this one. Get our handy timer ready.
Should have gotten that ready beforehand, but it's okay.
So yeah, this is just going to be a quick word sprint, just 5 minutes, just to kind of jump into it, get into the writing mode. So
again, for 5 minutes, prompt is write your next scene of your story in the form of stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness. So we'll start right now.
Well, I'm going to do everything in here yet, so whatever. Let's do now.
Oh, 30 seconds left. Time is up, so finish that sentence. And so in the comments section, leave your word count. There's a sentence you wrote from your story or from the prompt. Give it to us. We want some.
Love reading those excerpts of your novels.
How'd you do?
Pretty well, actually.
Yeah?
There was, I think last week we did a prompt where we had to write from first person if we were writing from third person.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried that one, and that one went really bad for me because I was just like, oh, I can't get in my character's head.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
And then this one, it was like so much easier to get into my character's head just doing the stream of consciousness. So that actually worked quite well for me. How about you?
I don't know what I wrote. I don't want to read through it yet. When I was writing, I was like, this makes sense. Like, oh my God, look, I'm not breathing. I'm just typing, like, just charging ahead, and I got like 250 words. So yay!
Well done.
See, I don't have to psych myself out by just stopping and thinking, like, oh,
yeah,
maybe that's not it.
I'm bad at that.
And I have that problem. And that's when like editing happens. Like, oh, I don't like this sentence. I'm just gonna go back and edit it.
I don't know how many words I have because I do it the old-fashioned way on
See.
paper. And also, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm writing on paper that has dinosaurs on it.
Blobby is so
awesome.
proud.
I know.
Think maybe he would.
Yeah, no, this is totally in honor of Blobby.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
All right.
I was like, that's
Don't worry, I'm not replacing you, Blobby. Never.
okay. We'll read some. Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Okay. Rumulus Morende. Wrote 251 words. Awesome.
see, Stevie Gallagher wrote 306. That's awesome.
Cheer Monkey XOX wrote. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. There were flowers in clear vases everywhere, and it reeked throughout the church. Let's see.
All right. Megson24 wrote 266. Said they would grow to tolerate and even love each other. On her side, largely because of the curse that had been laid on her line before she was born.
Oh, curse! Why? Tell me these things. You can't just.
Not only that, but a curse that makes her fall in love with somebody. Anyway. Oh man, we keep having to refresh the page because there's so many comments coming in. That's great.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, Red Brook wrote 203 words. I'm Sleeping Beauty, Raven said. Red Brook wrote that they're actually writing in German. Wow. Awesome. I wish I could write in a different language.
I know, me too.
I only know one. And like conversational French, sort of, I guess.
I can tell you my name in French, and that's about it.
I used to have a really good like French accent, like when I spoke, whatever. Sort of, I guess. But it's not anymore. It's so weird.
I learned it from a woman who spoke French with an American Southern accent.
Oh.
So I probably have a really terrible French accent. I'm not even gonna try.
I was like, damn it. Okay. Okay. Let's
All right.
move on to the next prompt. So this prompt will be 7 minutes, and I really like this one.
Yeah, this one's fun. So for this one, you're thinking about different ways that you can tell a story, and you don't. It doesn't necessarily just have to be like he said this, I said this. One way you can do it is by inserting a newspaper article into your story, and like making something about that's happening in the world, and like giving the information that way. So we took a quote from Harry Potter.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. From Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
The Daily Prophet.
The Daily Prophet. When you know who returns. So the article says, in a brief statement Friday night, Minister for Magic Cornelius Fudge confirmed that he who must not be named has returned to this country and is active once more. It is with great regret that I must confirm that the wizard styling himself Lord, well, you know who I mean, is alive and among us again, said Fudge, looking tired and flustered as he addressed reporters.
Oh my god, it makes me want to reread the Harry Potter series.
I know.
I'm so pumped. Okay, so it'll be 7 minutes. Again, the prompt is write a newspaper article onto your story. So, yeah. 7 minutes will start right now. I think we're at like the halfway point. One minute left. Okay, time is up, so try to finish that sentence of your newspaper article or the story you're writing. And like usual, in the comment section, leave behind your word count and the sentence you wrote because of for the prompt or your story. I want to hear some newspaper articles or likes.
Yeah. How did that one go for you?
Didn't go at all.
Yeah.
I was like stuck. I was like, maybe I should have planned this beforehand, like what I should have written. Like, I think a newspaper article would fit in my story, but I was like, you know what? Next best thing, since I can't like think on the spot, I'm gonna just like write like one of my characters being like bombarded by reporters and stuff. So you know, next best thing. So
Yeah.
you know, yay! How'd you do?
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. I'm also writing a fantasy novel, and I wasn't really expecting there to be newspapers in this world. But I'm like, you know what?
Maybe
Why
like
not?
scrolls.
Yeah, totally.
Or like those like posters that they
Oh,
up
yeah,
onto
yeah.
the poles or whatever.
Yeah. Some town criers.
Yeah.
Getting some action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I went with the royal wedding.
Oh.
It
It only makes me think of Game of Thrones.
Oh man, not quite as many deaths. Not quite as many deaths as in Game of Thrones.
Those poor people.
Yeah. You know, I was reading this thing where you can pay a lot of money, and George R.R. Martin will write you in as a character that dies horribly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Wasn't there an article that said like people need to like he's not going to die before he writes the last book forever, because everybody's joking.
Oh,
that
yeah.
he's going to die before the last book is going to be written.
That would be a tragedy.
And I was like, that's not going to happen. Maybe if like, he's a troll. So.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
Okay.
All right.
Let's read some comments. Let's start.
Yeah, let's see. Mad Coyote Racing wrote a snippet that says, "Yesterday in Brighton, a supposedly armed terrorist has been captured after deploying a record designed to incite fear for an extraterrestrial invasion."
Oh God, this is
Wow.
like so superior.
Intense.
I know. Let's see. Jordan Capania wrote 380 words, but didn't do the newspaper prompt. That's okay.
She's fine.
You got your work count up, so
Yeah.
awesome job. That was it. Let's see. This one is?
Siberian Tsunami wrote 150 words. Says, "Michael is not happy that I'm going to New York with the two of you. I told him with a wave of my hand to ward off his concern. It really was not a big deal."
Oh, sorry. This, ooh, okay. I'm startled. Okay, spelling expert wrote 207 words. Infection outbreak at local festival reports claim that up to 100 people at Sonosphere Rock Festival are currently in quarantine. The infection, which was first reported late last night, There's a lot of infections.
Yeah,
Like
really.
diseases.
You're writing
I
zombie
know.
stories.
Who's this one?
Okay, let's see. Madison K. wrote, "My story started with news via the radio and then a flashback. Another murder, you heard me, folks. The man's voice came through the radio with a crackle, but it was clear enough."
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Old timey. I like that. We'll read one last one. Let's see. Which one is good? This one?
Yeah.
Let's see. Daphne Plant wrote, "A newspaper article would be perfect for my story, and it has opened up a large in caps lock, door for how some things come to pass in the past.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well,
I was having trouble with that.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
yeah, glad that worked out for you.
I like
I love it when that
Mhm.
happens, when you start writing something and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is going to turn into anything. And then all of a sudden you're like, what?
Yeah. I'm very pleased. I
Yeah.
like that prompt, even though I didn't do as well. It's okay.
Yeah.
It needs more planning, I guess. Okay, next word sprint. It's gonna be 10 minutes. Be 10.
A little bit of a longer one.
But it's gonna feel short. It is write your story in the form of epistolary. So yeah, so epistolary is when you write like a letter, basically. So I'm like, "Dear Katharine, this is what I did last week. I went to the art store." I don't know. That's like a list, whatever. But you can do better than I can on the spot.
Dear Wendy, thank you so much for sharing. We'll have to use some paper airplanes again and write letters to each other. across
Oh,
the
it doesn't
office.
have to be letters. It can be like emails too.
Yeah.
Like any form of those communication.
Text messages.
Oh, that, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like,
Getting modern.
yeah. I guess, do you want to put social media? No.
I don't know. It's up to your interpretation.
Mhm. Of what?
But some form of communication
Mhm.
back and forth through a written medium.
I think, yes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to write in tweets or whatever, go ahead. It better be 140 words.
Exactly. All right.
Okay, so I'll start the clock
Okay.
now. Okay. We'll start it right now, so 10 minutes. Write your story in a form of epistolary or letters, emails, I guess tweets, any of those text messages and stuff.
All right.
5 minutes left. a minute left. Okay, time is up, so finish that sentence. And remember to leave your comment of your word count or a sentence you wrote for the prompt or your story in the description box. And in the meantime, here's an example of an epistolary. What an epistolary is. So this is from We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver, which is told through a series of letters from the main character Eva to her husband, trying to come to terms with her son Kevin and the crime or the murder she committed. Intense. Yeah. I was like, should I? Okay. Dear Franklin, you know, I try to be polite. So when my coworkers, that's right, I work at a Nyack travel agency, believe it or not, and gratefully too, when they start foaming at the mouth about the disproportionate number of notes for Pat Buchanan in Palm Beach, I wait so patiently for them to finish that in a way I've become a treasured commodity. I'm the only one in office who will allow them to finish the sentence. Yes. How'd you do?
Pretty well. I didn't exactly follow the prompt.
No, that's okay.
I had some notes with some explanation in between.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it was two of the main characters were kind of in a classroom situation almost, and they were like throwing notes back and forth at each other.
Cool.
So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. How about you?
This prompt, like, I didn't realize it until now that this prompt, like, works for me because my my nano project is sort of framed that way, and like it's the epistolary style or whatever. But I think this is actually the first time that I've actually written a letter for the project, even though it's technically I'm supposed to be doing that. But I've just been doing like for nano projects. But this one I was like, dear character's name, whatever. This is blah blah blah. I was like, wait, this is my project. This is basically what I wanted.
Cool.
So, yeah. Weird how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. We'll start over here then.
All right. Let's see.
Somebody we haven't read. So this is one.
Yeah, Amy Reynolds wrote a sentence that says, "Howling wind whistles through these halls now, and oftentimes I swear by the moon I hear murmurs of the spectral dead in the night. It makes me miss the more comfortable and secure home I once slept."
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to butcher his name. Ayui wrote 313 words. They wrote, "At least Gloria had the decency to give me an excuse. You just acted like you died. And I know you didn't. Asked your mother." Oh my god.
Nice.
Going for the mother card. I love it.
That's great.
There are more comments to come in.
And there's some more. Let's see. Okay. Melissa Christopherson wrote 451. Nice. And wrote, "And well, if something happened to render aliens in need of a new king, surely that can only bring about good in the process as well."
Ooh. Let me refresh this. We're just gonna wait a couple of them.
Sorry, guys, we keep needing to refresh the page. There's so many comments.
Trying to get those in. Trying to get everybody's.
Matthew Dotson said 410 words left until I reach my word count goal.
Awesome
That's
job.
amazing.
Yeah.
I have one more word sprint after this, so maybe try to go for that.
Yeah. It would be amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oop, Kari Weiss, sorry if I'm butchering the name, wrote 492 words on the letter. Awesome job.
That's great.
Yes, make me proud.
Okay. And then Emily Beaver said, I like this will help me form some dialogue later in my story.
Awesome.
That's great.
Okay, last prompt. She's excited, I'm dreading it. Only because it's ending.
It's but we have another one next week.
I know, yeah.
So
well,
it's not really.
I know. I meant for today, okay? Okay. So the next word sprint is again 10 minutes, and the prompt is write a myth into your story that your main character grows up hearing. So
so this could be. I know when we think of myth, we tend to think of like big world building, like before the dawn of time kind of myths, but myths can also be if you have family myths about did you ever hear about the time that Uncle Bob
Uncle Bob
brought a dinosaur back to life? I don't know.
Or like whatever happened to your great uncle who disappeared that one day, and all the like conspiracies and stuff like that, or like other examples that I can't think of off the top of my head, or like oh jeez, I wanted to incorporate Vikings because I'm looking at the Viking helmets, but can't.
There we go.
It's gonna fall in my head. Okay, Viking helmets. Okay, whatever. Yeah.
Any kind of myth that kind of either informs the way that your character looks at the world, or something that they've heard, or something like that.
Yes.
Go for it.
And we'll start the 10 minutes right now. Oh, sorry. There's like 4 minutes left. I think I forgot the halfway.
Okay.
Did I? Yeah. So 4 minutes left. So, we have a minute left. Time is up. So finish that sentence, and once you're done, in the comments, leave your word count, sentence you wrote for the prompt or from your story. What's the here's it? Yeah. Bad grammar, I know that. I'm excited. Here's a quote.
Yeah. So this is from Bane Record by Jacqueline Carey, which is kind of a book that's full of mythology. And so kind of an overview. It says, once the 7 shapers dwelled in accord. First born among them was Haman, lord of thought, who with his 6 sibling gods shaped the world to his will. But Haman was displeased, for his younger brother, Saturus, was too prideful in his gifts to the race of men, and refused to bow to him. So began the Shaper's War.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How'd you do with the myth?
Pretty well, actually. Yeah. It kind of, it's cool kind of getting into the backstory of the place where they are. So, yeah, it was nice. I like it. Yeah. How about you?
Awesome. I spent like majority of my time setting up for the myth or the notorious like happenings that happened in my story, and I was like, once time was over, I was like, well, I didn't write the myth at all. I just like, oh yeah, it was notorious, whatever, like characters going back and forth. Yeah, and I was like, but afterwards I was like, crap.
Yeah.
It didn't work out, but
That's okay. You can come back to it.
I'm excited. I was like, I'm really excited because it turned out not what I expected, really. Like, it was supposed to be about the two main characters, but it turned, like, by the end, it was like one of the main characters' brother, and I was like, that makes so much more sense than having my two main characters. Nice. I was like, yes. Very pleased.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll read some comments.
All right.
Awesome job. Okay.
White Fox ATG wrote 510 words.
Awesome.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay. Matthew Dotson wrote 450 words, and he reached his word count goal. And said, thank you very much. That was all you, so awesome job. We just gave the prompts. You just continue writing. Yeah, I'm very pleased. We're very happy. Yes.
Let's see.
Oh, by the way, when you comment, you don't have to like write a sentence. You can write like what your myth was about.
Yeah, that too. We just like hearing about your story.
No, we do.
That's the fun part.
Mm.
Let's see. Juan Martinez said 680 words left for him.
Yeah, go write,
So,
write.
It's so awesome that you guys are reaching your word count goals and getting close. So keep going.
Yeah, I'm only halfway to my word count goal. I have 9 days, so it can be done.
Woo! Yes.
Let's see.
Jammer Cookies got 184 words. He said, I tugged Noah's arm behind, and there was a blue squiggle under arm. Oh. Word suggested that I changed that to arc.
That's funny.
Word.
Noah's arm.
Noah's arc. Oh, gotcha.
You just got it.
Yeah. It's been a long day.
Almost you.
I know. It's been a long week. Okay.
Okay, it's funny. Maybe not.
Then.
Okay, let's see. Jordan Tobias wrote, myths are all over my story. And wrote, the soul is the most powerful thing. It makes the human being a being. Immortal soul resides in the heart. The soul is not a tangible thing, yet it can still be found. Ooh. Cool. What's that alluding to? I wish I could remember everybody's like previous comments over the past couple weeks and just like
put them together.
And I piece it together in my brain, but my brain doesn't work that darn.
That's okay.
Let's see.
Okay.
This one is.
Molly Moore wrote 317. Said Violet nodded, smiling slyly. You got a thing for him, don't you? Rose held up one hand, first finger and thumb a short distance apart. Hurts a bit. Can you jinx a movement?
No, you can't. That's funny. I guess if you do like hand motions or whatever, we're gonna do it. Sort of, maybe, depending if it's easy.
Yeah.
That's not an invitation for you to make us do.
I turned 17 cartwheels.
Okay, here. This one.
Let's see. Cat Dominatrix wrote, the old myths of great ancient monsters called mimics. They look just like old houses and would sit in one spot on the road, waiting for a curious soul to wander inside.
That's so creepy!
That's
oh my god!
really cool.
I got the chills. Oh my god! Oh my god. Let me refresh this. Just like. Just one more. This one? Okay. Faye Plash wrote 475 words and said, I wrote a myth about an alien, a Clestian, telling a human about another alien creature that visited the planet Clesa before the humans visited it. Awesome job.
Cool.
So this, with that comment,
This concludes our time together today.
what's that page? So,
But
yeah, I
yeah,
hope these prompts helped you.
yeah, I know some people were getting their word count goals, which is amazing.
If you
so,
still have like 600 or whatever left, keep on writing.
yeah,
Don't, just because we ended this live stream for today doesn't mean we have to stop writing. Not that you will, but remember that winning starts tomorrow. We have a link in the description box for all the information about winning. And we'll see you in the next live stream, which is going to be kind of
the last one.
I
The
know.
last one for this camp session.
Sadness. I can't believe I'm going to miss this.
I know, me too. But,
Sad.
so join us next week.
Yeah, for
It's the last one.
For dancing,
You better
maybe.
be there.
Just like
Dancing.
arm movements, basically. And we're most likely going to freestyle
Oh yeah.
like next week's live stream
Yeah.
because it's going to be the last week of camp,
Yeah.
basically.
So tune in. If you want to write something in the comment box that you'd like to see next week for some of the word sprints, maybe we'll try to put it in and include it. But, yeah.
Words will be involved, just know that.
Words.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Bye.
Bye.